You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Houston Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Kyle Smith, the ever-patient radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Folks, I know we said 15 minutes. We forgot that right after the end of Game 1, they were doing the senior ceremony while we were still trying to track down lineups and get set up for Game 2. We tweeted out a picture of Ottumwa's senior night celebration. You'll find that on my Twitter account at JVAPXP and on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network Twitter account at OTT Radio Sports. Bulldogs honored their 8 seniors tonight. In numerical order on the roster, that's Maddie Hauk, Jordan Pauls, Emma Strayer, Ashlyn Sheets, Jocelyn Ware, Ella Aller, Katie Shuri, and Ella Thompson. And now the Bulldogs will get ready for Game 2 against Des Moines Roosevelt, having won Game 1 7-0. Also some good news and a bit of a sigh of relief from across town at John Hart Stadium. The Bulldog baseball team hangs on to beat Roosevelt 8-6. Bulldogs led 4-3 going to the bottom of the 6th inning over there. Baseball scored 4 in the bottom of the 6th, gave up 3 in the top of the 7th, but stranded the tying runs on base. So Ottumwa got a big first win over Roosevelt in baseball. Bulldogs got a much-needed win here in softball as well, and now Ottumwa will look to sweep Roosevelt and win, not only sweep the doubleheader, but win all 4 games in the season series here in Game 2 tonight. We were just now given the Roosevelt lineup for Game 2, haven't even had a chance to write it down yet. So, Annie, let's take a 3-minute timeout on our Game 2 pregame show, and when we come back, we'll try to check the Game 2 starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Getting ready for Game 2 between Ottumwa and Des Moines Roosevelt. Time to check the Game 2 starting lineups. For Roosevelt, leading off and playing right field, Clara Page. Batting second, the third baseman, Tenley Thompson. Avery Vukovic plays center field and bats third. Lola Tate-Dotson, the designated player, hitting cleanup. Ella Holtz at second base, bats fifth. Madeline Thomas at first base, batting sixth. Jalea Lee, the pitcher, hitting seventh. Sloan Swanson in left field, batting eighth. And batting ninth is the catcher, Grace Bell. The flex player, again, for Roosevelt is the shortstop, Haley Burriola. Those are the Roughriders. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. Leading off, the shortstop, Jocelyn Ware. Batting second, the pitcher, Sydney Rockhold. Ella Aller at second base, bats third. Ashlyn Sheets, the designated player, hitting cleanup. Sam Weeks will catch and bat fifth. Emma Strayer, the third baseman, hits sixth. Katie Shury in right field, hitting seventh. Avery Frankie in left field, batting eighth. Batting ninth, the center fielder, Maddie Hauk. And the flex player for Ottumwa is the first baseman, Hunter Caldwell. Bulldogs about to take the field. One more 1-minute timeout, and we're back with the first pitch of Game 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Game 2, Bulldogs in Des Moines Roosevelt here at Houston Field. Sydney Rockhold in the circle for Ottumwa. Looking for her 8th win of the year. The defense behind her, Avery Frankie in left, Maddie Hauk in center, Katie Shury in right, Emma Strayer at third, Jocelyn Ware at short, Ella Aller at second, Hunter Caldwell at first, Sam Weeks behind the plate. Clara Page leads off Game 2, and the first pitch of the ball game bounces in there, ball 1. Our first pitch at 7:15 on this Thursday evening in the city of Bridges. 87 degrees under sunny skies and a light northeast wind at 6 miles an hour, our game time conditions. Sydney's 1-0. Popped up, shallow center. That's going to carry a little farther than I thought, but Hauk is there for out number 1. One down for the third baseman, Tenley Thompson. Didn't even have a chance to tell you that Page had been 1 for 2 in game 1. Tenley Thompson was 0 for 2 with the sacrifice. Left-handed batting third baseman. Bulldogs won game 1, 7-0. Ashlyn Sheets pitched a 4-hit shutout. First pitch line foul off to the left.
Next up for the Roughriders, third baseman.
And the count 0-1 to Thompson. No balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on the pitch. Downstairs, 1-1. Rockhold has the sign, spins the ball on her right hip, the 1-1. Ground ball, foul down the third base line, 1-2. Ottumwa now 16-9 on the season. Roosevelt 18-9 after the Bulldogs won game 1, the 1-2, high 2-2. Bulldogs 12-3 now in the Iowa Alliance South. Roosevelt drops to 9-6. Now the 2-2 pitch, low 3-2. The game 1 win for Ottumwa should cinch up second place when you consider Ottumwa's remaining conference games after tonight are at East and home to North. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff to Thompson. Liner into left field, base hit. A 1-out single for Tenley Thompson. Then that'll bring up the center fielder, Avery Vukovic. Vukovic was the leadoff hitter in game 1, batting third in game 2. She was 0 for 2 with a walk against Sheets.
Now batting the center fielder, Avery Vukovic.
This will be the last game these teams play before the regional pairings are announced, at least it should be. Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union announced this evening that the pairings will be put out tomorrow. First pitch to Vukovic is fouled back. Thompson was running. She'll have to go back to first, count 0-1. The reason I say it should be the last game, it'll be the last game that could be considered. I don't know exactly what time they'll release those pairings. We do play tomorrow afternoon against Bettendorf at 2:15 in Cedar Rapids at the Brian Irby Classic. Here's the 0-1, downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs will play Bettendorf at 2:15 and then play Benton at 5:45 tomorrow. We'll be in Cedar Rapids as we always are. Here's the 1-1, bunt shown, bunted back to Rockhold. All her covers, throw to first, sacrifice successful, 2 down as Thompson moves to second. And the batter with the runner at second and 2 down is Lola Tate Dotson, who was 0 for 3 in game 1. Tenley Thompson, the runner at second for Roosevelt, 2 down here in the top of the first. Rockhold's pitch, bounced in there, ball 1. As we've been saying, a note about our broadcast tomorrow at the Brian Irby Classic, Cedar Rapids Jefferson does not allow us to run a live video stream. So when the game is going on tomorrow, when both games are going on tomorrow, it will be radio only. As the 1-0 is low and away, 2-0. We will have the video equipment there. We will record the games and then post them on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube page so you can watch the playback. And that will be with commentary. The 2-0, bounced in there, 3-0. Good stop by Weeks to keep Thompson at second. 3-0 to Lola Tate Dotson with the second baseman Ella Holtz on deck. Three 3-0 to the cleanup hitter for the Roughriders. Sydney's pitch, high ball 4. A 4-pitch walk puts 2 on and 2 out for Holtz. Holtz was 0 for 3 in game 1.
Now batting for the Roughriders, the second baseman, Ella Holtz.
Holtz, one of only 2 seniors in the lineup, stands in. First and second, 2 down. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. It's kind of possible that Ottumwa is pitching around the cleanup hitter, Tate Dotson. First base was open. A walk didn't change the equation too much with 2 down. The 1-0. That's low, 2-0. Snap throw down to second, not in time. 2 balls, no strikes. That is 6 straight out of the zone, and Mandy Baum out of the dugout, the Bulldog head coach, to talk to her pitcher. Clara Page flew out to center. Tenley Thompson singled to left. Avery Vukovic a sacrifice bunt, moved Thompson to second. Lola Tate Dotson walked on 4 pitches. Ella Holtz has a 2-0 count. And Mandy Moore, after talking to Sydney Rockhold, or Mandy Baum, I keep doing that. She's been Mandy Moore to me for a long time. Mandy was the #1 pitcher when I first started doing Ottumwa games back in 2012. First 2 years saw her pitch in the state tournament, saw her win a game at the state tournament as a senior in 2013, a 2-0 win over Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Anyway, Mandy was kind of manicuring the landing spot for Rockhold there in the circle, trying to fix that dirt a little bit. Now we're ready to go again, 2-0. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Two and one, the count to Holtz. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball back to Rockhold. Nice backhand play. Throw to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left after half an inning. The Riders nothing. The Bulldogs are coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Roosevelt had 2 on but did not score in the top half, and now Ottumwa will face Jalea Lee for the 2nd time this season. We saw her in basketball, of course. Lee making her 13th start, 5-5 with an 8.23 ERA. 41 2/3 innings pitched, 60 hits allowed, 54 runs, 49 earned. She's walked 31, hit 2 batters, struck out 34. Opponents hitting only 144 against her. Ottumwa touched her for 8 runs in 3 innings in Game 2 of that doubleheader sweep up in Des Moines earlier this month. Jocelyn Ware lead it off for Ottumwa, then Sydney Rockhold and Ella Aller. First pitch, liner into right field, that's down for a base hit. Clara Page will try to throw to first, but Ware beats it for a leadoff single. That is Ware's 2nd hit of the doubleheader. And the batter, Sydney Rockhold. Sydney was 1 for 3 with a walk and a 2-run triple in Game 1. The defense for Roosevelt in Game 2, Sloan Swanson in left, Avery Vukovic in center, Clara Page in right. We'll get the infield after the first pitch to Sydney. Bunt shown. Bunted right in front of the plate. Good bunt picked up by Bell. Throw to first in time for the out. Down to second is Ware on the sacrifice. Covering was Holtz, a second baseman. It's 2-4 in the scorebook. 1 down for Ella Aller. Aller was 3 for 4, 3 singles, 2 runs batted in, and a run scored. The infield for Roosevelt, Tenley Thompson at third, Haley Buriola at short, Ella Holtz at second, Madeline Thomas at first, and Grace Bell is the catcher. And a ground ball to second, up with it is Holtz, throw to first, 2 down, as down to third goes Ware. And the inning up to Ashlyn Sheets.
The designated player, Ashlyn Sheets.
Sheets was 1 for 4 in game 1. Chance to drive in the first run of the game here in game 2. First pitch from Lee. Down low, ball 1. And Lee has issued a lot of free passes, 31 walks in 41 2/3 innings. There's a little flare down the left field line that'll land foul, and the count even at a ball and a strike. One and one to Sheets. Ware at third, 2 down. The 1-1 pitch. High, 2-1. Two and one to the left-handed hitting Sheets. The pitch. Low and away, 3-1. Sam Weeks on deck. Three balls and a strike. Sluggers count for Sheets. The pitch. Fouled off to the left. That went right into the picture collages for the seniors. Sheets might have hit her own set of pictures there, I'm not sure. 3-2. The payoff fouled right back to the screen. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Runner at third, 2 down, bottom 1. Ottumwa trying to score first as they did in game 1. Still 3-2, righty to lefty. Lead to Sheets. High ball 4. And that actually hit Sheets. It skimmed off her helmet. It went to the backstop, but because it hit her helmet, it's a dead ball. If that had gone to the backstop untouched, then Ware could have come home on a wild pitch. Instead, it's a hit batter. So runners on the corners, and here is Sam Weeks. Weeks was 2 for 4 with a pair of RBI singles in game 1, including a first inning RBI hit with 2 out in that first inning. Let's see if Sam can do it again. First pitch from Lee. High and tight, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to the Bulldog catcher. The next pitch. High and tight again, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Weeks. The pitch. Low and away, 3-0. Emma Strayer on deck. A walk would load the bases. 3-0 to Weeks. Weeks showing bunch. He's going to take all the way. That's high ball 4 all the way to the backstop, and coming home is Ware to score the game's first run. Well, that nearly happened on the pitch to Sheets, but it was a hit batter, not this time. Weeks draws the walk. Ware scores 1-0. Sheets to second. We'll get a courtesy runner for Sam Weeks at first. And that will be Kendra Cole.
Kendra Cole will run for Weeks.
So Sheets at second, Cole at first, and here is Emma Strayer.
Emma Strayer.
Strayer was 0 for 3 in game 1. 2 on, 2 out here in the top or bottom of the first. Ottumwa on top, 1-0. Jalea Lee toes the rubber, and the pitch. Bounced in there, that hitter in the foot, that's going to load the bases. Second hit batter of the inning, third free pass. Sheets to third, Cole to second, Strayer at first, and here's Katie Shuri. Didn't play in game 1, but on this senior night, Katie getting the game 2 start in right field. Before she bats, an infield conference for the Roughriders, trying to settle down their starter, Jalea Lee.
Now batting the right fielder, Katie Shuri.
Bases loaded. 2 out, 1-0 Ottumwa. Looking for a crooked number here. The pitch. Way high, ball 1. No place to put Shuri, a dog at every base. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. Ashlyn Sheets at third, Kendra Cole at second, Emma Strayer at first. Hitters count for Shuri, 2-0. Chokes up a bit on that bat. The pitch. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Katie's still ahead in the count. Digs back in and awaits the 2-1 from Lee. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Katie's got to protect the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. We've gone as far as we can go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Ball 4 is a run, strike 3 ends the inning. A base hit would score multiple runs, almost certainly. 3-2. The payoff. Way high, ball 4. Got to the backstop, but the run would score anyway. RBI, bases loaded walk for Shuri, and it is 2-0. Sheets comes home to score. Cole to third, the courtesy runner. Strayer to second. And that'll bring up Avery Frankie. Roosevelt head coach Christina Smith out to talk to Lee, who has, after giving up a single, a sacrifice bunt, and a ground out, has gone hit, batter, walk, hit, batter, walk. Two runs home, bases still loaded, 2 out. Conversation over, and Frankie will stand in. Avery was 0 for 1 with a sacrifice in game 1. Big opportunity for Avery to really break this game open. Bases loaded, 2 out, 2 runs home here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, way high and outside, ball 1. Only 1 hit in the inning. That was Ware's leadoff single. Now the 1-0. Inside corner strike, 1-1. One and one to Frankie as she digs back into that left-handed batter's box. The pitch. Fouled back, 1-2. Cole at third, Strayer at second, Shuri at first. 2 out, 2 home, bottom of the first inning. Frankie with a 1-2 count. Lee toes the rubber, and the pitch. Fly ball to right, coming in is Page, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Ottumwa gets 2 runs on 1 hit, they leave them loaded. We go to the second, Bulldogs 2, Roughriders nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Ottumwa 2, Des Moines Roosevelt nothing. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Roughriders, Thomas, Lee, and Swanson. First pitch to Madeline Thomas from Sydney Rockhold is high for ball 1. Thomas was 1 for 3 in game 1. Roosevelt had only 4 hits in game 1, all singles, as Ashland Sheets shut them out, and the Bulldogs won 7-0. Here's the 1-0. Inside 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The next offering, in there for a strike, 2-1. Rockhold pitched around a 1-out single and a 2-out walk in the top of the first. 2-1 on Thomas here, leading off the top of the second. Pitch. Popped up right side, back is Aller onto the outfield grass. Ella makes the catch for out number 1. That brings up the pitcher, Jalea Lee. Did not play in game 1. Lee has a hitter batting .480 with 7 runs batted in. 12 for 25. Powerful right-handed batter, open stance in that right-handed batter's box. First pitch, low, ball 1.
Now batting for the Rough Riders, the pitcher, Jalea Lee.
1-0 to Lee. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. The 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. Bulldog softball again, 1 game, 1-7-0. Bulldog baseball beat Roosevelt game 1 over at John Hart Stadium, 8-6. So it's been a good evening so far for Ottumwa. The 2-0 pitch. Line deep to left. Back is Frankie. That ball is gone. Solo home run, Jalea Lee. A line shot about 2 feet over that short fence. Lee's first home run, and it is 2-1. So 1 out, nobody on, a run home, and the batter is Sloan Swanson. Swanson was 0 for 2 in game 1. Swanson digs in. Roosevelt with its first run of the doubleheader. First pitch to Swanson, a strike, 0-1. Out-of-town scoreboard. Let's start with the College World Series and an elimination game. And a tight one in Omaha right now. Wake Forest and LSU. Wake Forest, the number 1 overall seed. LSU, the 5 seed. The winner advances to the championship final best of 3 against Florida. That pitch downstairs to Swanson, 1-1. Both Wake Forest and LSU pitched their aces, and nobody scored. They're in the top of the 7th in Omaha. Wake Forest and LSU, no score. We'll switch over to the pros here in a moment. The Major League Baseball scoreboard coming up. First, the 1-1 to Swanson. Pop foul off to the right, out of play. 1-2. Games in progress, a lighter schedule today in the big leagues. Games in progress in Tampa Bay. Royals and Rays tied at 3, bottom 7. Bottom of the 8th in Miami. Pirates 4, Marlins 1. Bottom of the 4th in the Bronx, and the Mariners all over the Yankees 10-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Swanson. The pitch from Rockhold. Little flare behind first base, over to make a backhanded catch is Ella Aller, the second baseman, for out number 2. That'll bring up Grace Bell, the catcher. She only appeared as a runner in game 1. Freshman batting .351 with 3 runs batted in. Finals in Major League Baseball today. Final in 10 innings. Doesn't sound like a 10-inning score, but the Braves beat the Phillies 5-1 in Philadelphia, again in 10 innings. In Washington, Diamondbacks over the Nationals 5-3. In Minneapolis, Twins blanked the Red Sox 6-0. As the first pitch to the left-handed batting Bell grounded right back to the circle, flipped to first, and the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, the home run by Lee, nobody left. 2-1 Bulldogs going to the bottom of the second on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Ottumwa 2, Roosevelt 1, game 2 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. 9-1 and 2 up for the Dogs, Hauk, Ware, and Rockhold. Matty Hauk had a big game 1, 2 for 2, 2 singles, a walk, 3 stolen bases, 2 runs scored. A couple other finals in Major League Baseball didn't have a chance to get to in the top of the second. In Cleveland, Guardians over the Athletics, a final 6-1. And in San Francisco, the Padres blanked the Giants 10-0. Hauk digs in to face Jalea Lee, who homered in the top of this inning. Lee's pitch popped up foul right side, over for a look is Thomas, but that'll land out of reach for strike one. Bottom of the second inning. Time now for another Ottumwa softball 50th anniversary trivia question. Let's find a good one on the sheet here. Oh, 0-1 to Hauk. The next offering. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Maddie, let's go.
1-1 to Hauk. The pitch. Down and in, 2-1. All right, let's go with this one. How many Ottumwa High softball players went on to play Division I softball? I'll give you your choices after the 2-1 pitch. Lee to Hauk. Fly ball, twisting foul down the right field line. That'll land in the Roosevelt bullpen, 2-2. Again, our trivia question for game 2. How many OHS softball players went on to play Division I softball? Is it 10, 12, 14, or 16? I'll give you one of them. Our head coach, Mandy Baum, then Mandy Moore. Pitched at Iowa State after her Indian Hills career. So that's one of them. How many overall? Division I softball players. The 2-2 to Hauk. Bounced in there and hit her in the foot. And that's the third hit batter of the game by Lee. And Ottumwa's got the leadoff hitter on here in the second inning, leading 2-1. So again, how many Ottumwa High softball players went on to play Division I softball in college? We'll have the answer in the bottom of the third inning. Jocelyn Ware singled and scored in the first inning. Hauk at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Ottumwa leading 2-1. The pitch. In there for a strike. Runner goes, throw to second, not in time. Maddie with her 4th steal of the doubleheader. Counts 0-1 to Ware. No balls in, a strike to Jocelyn. Now with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. The 1-0 or the 0-1, high and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Where with a 1-1 count? Chokes up on that bat. The pitch. Up and away, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. That pitch lined, caught by the shortstop Burriola. Tried to flip it to Holtz on the bag at second, even though Houck was already back there. The ball got away, but Houck stays at second. There's 1 down. That was an ill-advised choice by Burriola there. Maddie did not break for third, froze on the line drive, got back to second really before Burriola even tossed it. I don't think Holtz was expecting the toss, and it rolled behind her, but Maddie didn't see it initially. Pitch in the dirt, that gets away, and that's going to allow Houck to get to third anyway on the wild pitch. 1-0 count to Rockhold, who had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Over at John Hart Stadium, they're underway with Game 2 of the baseball doubleheader between Ottumwa and Roosevelt. Here's the 1-0 to Sidney, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Roosevelt did not score in the top of the first of Game 2 over at baseball, so it's Ottumwa batting in the bottom of the first over there in a scoreless game. 1-1 to Sidney, who had a 2-run triple in Game 1. The pitch. Swing and a foul back, 1-2. Might have swung at a pitch a little bit up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Houck at third, 1 out. Ottumwa leading 2-1, trying to add to it here in the bottom of the second. The pitch. Ground ball right side, that'll get the run home. Second baseman Holtz has it, throw to first, 2 down, and it's 3-1 Bulldogs. So Ottumwa will run without a hit here in the second inning. A hit batter, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and an RBI ground out for Sidney, who's got 3 RBIs in the doubleheader. 2 out, nobody on for Ella Aller, who grounded out to second her first time up. First pitch from Lee. Flipped in the air down the right field line. That's going to land fair. A bloop single, just fair, down the right field line. Aller has her first hit of this game. And the inning continues for Ashlyn Sheets, who was hit by a pitch and scored in the first inning.
27, Ashlyn Sheets.
Aller now at first with 2 down. Might she be in motion here? First pitch. Swing and a miss, runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time. Count is 0-1 to Sheets, now with the runner in scoring position. 3-1 Ottumwa. See if we can manufacture another run here. The 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ashlyn trying to protect the plate. The 0-2. Downstairs, 1-2. Base hit to the outfield almost certainly scores Aller with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Pop foul off to the left. That'll land on top of the press box. Still 1-2. Sheets digs back in on the left-hand side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Liner softly into left base hit. Around third is Aller on the way home. She will score. RBI opposite field single, Ashlyn Sheets. It is 4-1. And the Bulldogs manufactured a run and then manufacture another with 2 out and nobody on. Aller singles, steals second, and then scores on the Sheets single. Ottumwa didn't hit him hard, but hit him where they ain't. Now here's Sam Weeks, who walked her first time up. 4-1 Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Sheets not one of Ottumwa's major base stealing threats. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 in the dirt, low and away, 2-1 to Weeks. Now the 2-1. Low and away, 3-1. Emma Strayer on deck. Three balls and a strike. The pitch. Liner to center. That's going to be down for a hit. That's in the gap. It's going to roll. Sheets around second on her way to third. She's being held at third as Vukovic, the center fielder, did a good job of getting that ball back in quickly. Opposite field double for Weeks. 3 hits in a row for Ottumwa. Kendra Cole will run at second again for Weeks. And Emma Strayer, the batter, hit by a pitch her first time up. A base hit could score 2 more right here.
Number 10, Kendra Cole will run for Sam Weeks. And now batting the third baseman, Emma Strayer.
Strayer with a chance to get a big hit on her senior night. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Sheets has to be alert at third. We've already seen a couple of wild pitches in this game, one of which scored a run. The 1-0. Popped it up right side, playable in foul territory. The first baseman, Thomas, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Ottumwa does get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the third. Bulldogs 4, Rough Riders 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Ottumwa's opened up a 4-1 lead over Des Moines Roosevelt, game 2 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream.
Leading off top of the third for the Rough Riders, the right fielder, Clara Page.
Top of the order for the Rough Riders, Page, Thompson, and Vukovic. First pitch to Clara Page, fouled back, 0-1. Page flew out to center her first time up against Sydney Rockhold. Sydney's allowed a run on 2 hits. The run was a home run by Jalea Lee in the second inning. Rockhold has walked 1. 0-1 the count to Page. Sydney's next offering. Little flare over short. That's going to drop for a bloop single. Big turn at first by Page, but she'll hang on. Well, Ottumwa had some bloop hits to get things going last inning, and Roosevelt here with a blooper. The batter is Tenley Thompson, who singled her first time up. Runner at first, nobody out, and the pitch. Popped up foul left side, that'll catch the screen for strike 1. Oh, 1-1 to Thompson. Rockhold has the sign, the pitch, off speed, bunted. Charging in is Rockhold, got to hurry, throw to first, not in time. Bunt single for Thompson, 2 on, nobody out. And the batter, Avery Vukovic, who had to sacrifice her first time up.
Now batting the center fielder, Avery Vukovic.
Rockhold has the sign. Let's see how Roosevelt wants to play this one. First pitch. It missed for ball one. So will Vukovic lay one down again here? It's a possibility. Here's the 1-0. Takes a pitch outside 2-0. No sign of a bunt yet. 2-0 to Vukovic. Rockhold's pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. 4-1 Ottumwa. Roosevelt 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the third. Sidney toes the rubber. Brings home the 2-1. Bounced in there, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Rockhold doesn't want to walk the bases loaded with nobody out. The 3-1. Bunted. Rockhold fields it. Throw to first in time for the out. That is the second time. I'm trying to find the first one in the book here. But I believe that is the second time Roosevelt's laid down a sac bunt with a 3-1 count in this doubleheader. Scored 1-4 on the sacrifice. Lola Tate Dotson, the batter, walked her first time up. Second and third, one away, and the pitch. Fly ball right center on her horse, Drury. Not going to get there. It's in the gap. It's going to score 2. Tate Dotson heading for second with a 2-run double, and it's 4-3. Page and Thompson both score. Now the tying run at second with only one out. And now Roosevelt, I believe, will have the flex player Burriola run for Lola Tate Dotson at second.
Now batting for Roosevelt, the second baseman, Ella Holtz.
Ella Holtz, the batter, ground ball back to the circle her first time up. Rockhold's pitch. Popped it up. Second base side. Back is Aller onto the outfield grass. Makes the catch for out number 2. Big second out for Rockhold. And the batter is Madeline Thomas, who popped out to second her first time up. This is the batter you want to get.
Now batting the first baseman,
because Jalea Lee is on deck, and Lee homered her last time up. Runner at second, 2 down, 2 home for Roosevelt. Ottumwa's lead down to a slender run at 4-3. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Rockhold's pitch. Liner into left center, base hit. Around third is Burriola on her way home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. And we're tied at 4. An RBI hit for Thomas. She goes to second on the throw home. 3-run inning, and now here is Lee, who homered last inning. Boy, if I'm Ottumwa here, I might just put her on. First base open after Thomas went to second on the throw home. Well, they'll throw at least one pitch to Lee here. It's on its way. Low, ball 1.
Now batting batting the pitcher, Jalea Lee.
This doubleheader's turned into a reversal of what Ottumwa saw when they went to Roosevelt earlier this month. That pitch bounces in there, gets away, 2-0. Down to third is Thomas on a wild pitch. When they played up in Des Moines, game 1 was close. Ottumwa won at 6-3, but it was a pretty good battle. Then the Bulldogs won game 2, 11-1 in 5 innings. Tonight, Ottumwa blanked Roosevelt 7-0 in game 1, but this game tied at 4 in the top of the third, and Roosevelt has a go-ahead run at third with 2 out. The 2-0 to Lee. Low 3-0. And I look down and I see Ashlyn Sheets just coming back from the Ottumwa bullpen, so Sheets is being primed to come in to pitch if necessary. The 3-0 down low, ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk, kind of the unintentional intentional walk. They were not going to give Lee a chance to drive one out of the park again. Should get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher. And that will be Abby Roker. So Thomas at third, Roker at first, and the batter is Sloan Swanson, who popped out her first time up.
Now batting the left fielder, Sloan Swanson.
4 hits in the inning, 3 runs home. The first 2 hits were not hit hard at all, a blooper and a bunt. But the double by Tate Dodson and the single by Thomas were both hit hard. No more sunshine on the field. The lights are not on here yet at Houston Field. First pitch, in their first strike, 0-1. Roker runs. Ottumwa will not throw through. 0-1 to Swanson. Just after 8 o'clock on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. 0-1 to Swanson. Second and third, 2 out, top 3, game tied at 4. The pitch, down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson, the 8th batter of the inning. Sydney's 1-1. Liner, 1 hop. On her knees is Jocelyn Ware to pick the short hop liner and throws from her knees to first in time to end the inning. What a play by Ware at a perfect time. But Roosevelt gets 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2. We're all tied at 4 going to the bottom of the third on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa's got 4 on the board, but more work to do. We're tied at 4 with Roosevelt here in game 2 of our doubleheader. 7, 8, 9 due up for OHS. Shuri, Frankie, and Hauk. Katie Shuri had an RBI, bases loaded, walk her first time up. Jalea Lee has allowed 4 runs on 4 hits in 2 innings. She's walked 2, she's hit 3 batters. So you're at somewhere, you just got to stay patient at the plate. Lee has had a lot of trouble finding the strike zone. First pitch here, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Bulldogs, right fielder Katie Shuri.
0-1 to Shuri. Lee brings it home. And there's a fly ball shallow center. Out is, the second baseman and shortstop nearly collide, and Holtz, the second baseman, drops it. And Shuri safe at first on the air. Well, there's a break for Ottumwa. Let's see if they can cash in. Here is Avery Frankie. Flew out to right her first time up. Going to get a pinch runner here for Katie. That'll be Ella Thompson.
Number 47, Ella Thompson, will run for Shuri. Next up for the Bulldogs, left fielder, Avery Frankie.
So Thompson at first with nobody out. Frankie the batter. Could be a bunting situation. Ella can also steal a base. One way or another, look for Ottumwa to push the action here. Tied at 4, bottom 3, leadoff hitter on thanks to the air. Avery showing bunt. Pitch is grounded to short. Up with it is Burriola. Throw to first in time for the out. Down to second goes Thompson. So Ottumwa tried to make Roosevelt think they would bunt and have Avery pull the bat back and take a swing. Not a bad idea. They do still move the runner to second with one down, and the batter, Matty Houck, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the second inning. First pitch, popped it up left side, playable for the third baseman Thompson, out number 2. Again, a pitcher struggling with control and a lot of first pitch swings for Ottumwa here. 2 down for Jocelyn Ware, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored.
Shortstop, Jocelyn Ware.
Thompson still at second with 2 down. Dogs need a big hit here to retake the lead. The pitch, high, ball 1. Lead brings home the 1-0. High again, 2-0. Hitters count for Ware. 2 balls, no strikes. Lights are now on here at Houston Field. The 2-0. On the inside corner, 2-1. Ware still ahead in the count. Now the 2-1 pitch. Popped it up right side. First baseman Thomas makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left. After 3, we're all tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning, Ottumwa 4, Roosevelt 4. And Ottumwa is going to make a pitching change. Ashlyn Sheets will return to the circle.
The new pitcher for the Bulldogs, number 27, Ashlyn Sheets.
Pitched a 4-hit shutout in Game 1 and relieved Sydney Rockhold here after 3 innings in Game 2. Sheets now 9-5 on the season after her Game 1 win. Presumably, Sheets becomes the pitcher and Rockhold moves to the DP spot. The only other change for Ottumwa is Katie Shuri is reinserted in right field after being pinch run for in the 3rd. Nine, 1, and 2 to up for Roosevelt. Grace Bell, Clara Page, Tenley Thompson. Bell grounded back to the circle her first time up.
Leading off top of the 4th, the catcher, Grace Bell.
First pitch, ground ball back to the circle. Up with it is Sheets. Throw to first and quickly 1 down.
Roughriders, the right fielder, Clara Page.
Clara Page has flied to right and singled and scored. She was 0 for 2 with a walk against Sheets in game 1. No, check that. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Page was 1 for 2 in game 1. 1-0 to her here. Ottumwa got 2 in the first and 2 in the second. Roosevelt got 1 in the second and 3 in the third. Pitching line on Sydney Rockhold, 3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 51 pitches. Ground ball to short, Ware has it, throw to first, 2 down. And the batter, Tenley Thompson, 2 singles and a run scored in this game.
Now batting the third baseman, Tenley Thompson.
Two out, nobody on. Sheets brings it home and pop foul back off the screen, strike 1. Ottumwa trying to get a sweep on its senior night. Again, we'll see 6 more Ottumwa home games in the regular season. That pitch poked foul back to the screen, 0-2. Next week, we're softball heavy. We have a road trip to East on Monday, a road trip to Burlington on Tuesday. Home doubleheader with North on Thursday, and then the Ottumwa Classic next Friday and Saturday. Here's the 0-2. Liner caught by Ware at short, and a quick 1-2-3 inning in relief for Ashlyn Sheets. We go to the bottom of the 4th, all tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Ottumwa 4, Des Moines Roosevelt 4, game 2 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Jalea Lee put up her first scoreless inning in the 3rd. Pitched around a leadoff error. She'll face 2, 3, and 4 for Ottumwa here in the 4th inning. Rockhold, Aller, and Sheets. Update from John Hart Stadium over at baseball. Bulldog baseball team, after 2 innings, leading Roosevelt 3-0. Kaysen Palm, a 2-run base hit. Both Bulldog teams looking for sweeps. Baseball won game 1 8-6. Again, they lead 3-0 in game 2 after 2 innings. Here, after a 7-0 Ottumwa win in game 1, we're tied at 4 in the bottom of the 4th of game 2. Rockhold, no official at bat yet in this game. A sacrifice, and well, she's 0 for 1, but does have an RBI groundout. Check that. Fouls that one back from Lee, 0-1. A 1-1 to Sydney. Lee toes the rubber. The right-hander's 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. After this game, Ottumwa will have 14 left in the regular season. A 1-1. High and away, 2-1. We'll play 2 of them tomorrow in the Brian Irby Classic in Cedar Rapids. 2 on Monday at East, 2 on Tuesday at Burlington. The 2-1 is high, 3-1 to Sydney. 2 on Thursday here against North. 2 on Friday in the Classic against Roland Story and Ankeny. Then 2 on Saturday, the first in the Classic. That pitch is a strike, 3-2. The Saturday opponents July 1st will be Solon and Fairfield. And then the last regular season matchup will be Monday, July 3rd at Indianola. The 3-2 pitch, Sidney pops it up, right side. Underneath it is Holtz, the second baseman, makes the catch for out number 1. Ella Aller, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored.
Next up for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, Ella Aller.
Ottumwa, 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Roosevelt, 4 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. The error did not have an impact on the scoring. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Aller. Bounced in there, ball 1. Oh, 1 to the Bulldogs' second baseman. Righty to righty, the pitch. Driven to right center field. That's well hit. Going back, and the ball hit the top of the fence in right center. Just missed a home run. It came back in as Clara Page almost turned to watch it leave. It hit the very top of that railing. It's got a red padding on it. That was inches from being an opposite field home run. Ella just shrugs her shoulders at second base. Another inch and it maybe hits the rail and goes over. It hit the rail and came back, and it's a double for Aller. Here is Ashlyn Sheets. And a ground ball left side, fielded by the shortstop Burriola. Throw to first in time for out number 2. Up to Sam Weeks, who has walked and doubled in this game.
Now batting the catcher, Sam Weeks.
That's the thing about Ottumwa right now, that we're tied at 4, but the Bulldogs could have had so much more. We had the bases loaded in the first inning and only got 2 runs out of it, left them loaded. Weeks takes a pitch up and in, ball 1. In the second inning, put a couple runs up, and then as Weeks double, put runners on second and third, but those 2 are left on base as well. 1-0 is high, 2-0. Bulldogs have left 5 on base, 4 of them in scoring position through the first 3 innings. Runner at second, 2 down here. There's a strike to Weeks, 2-1. Weeks hits from a crouch, left-hand side, no batting gloves. The 2-1. Outside drop by the catcher, and down to third goes Aller on a passed ball, 3-1. Base hit now certainly would give Ottumwa the lead again. Tied at 4, runner at third, 2 down, bottom of the 4th. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball foul off to the left, out of play. And the count fills at 3-2 with Emma Strayer on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes. Righty to lefty, the payoff pitch. High drive, left center field, going back, track, and caught right in front of the fence by the left fielder Swanson to retire the side. Weeks just missed a 2-run homer after Aller had just missed a homer of her own. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and boy, Ottumwa feels a bit snake bit right now. We're going to the 5th inning, tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the fifth inning, Ottumwa threatened but could not score in the fourth. And we're tied at 4 as Roosevelt comes to bat here in the fifth. Ashlyn Sheets ready for her second inning of relief. Came on in the fourth inning. Three, 4, and 5 due up for Roosevelt here in the fifth. Vukovic, Tate Dotson, and Holtz. Tate Dotson technically being re-entered as the DP, was replaced by the flex player Burriola to run in that 4-run third inning. Vukovic has laid down a pair of sacrifice punts. She cannot do that here, leading off an inning. First pitch, low ball 1. One and 0 to the Roughriders center fielder, Avery Vukovic. Now the 1-0. In there for a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Ottumwa 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Roosevelt 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Sheets with the 1-1. Low 2-1 in the dirt. Two balls and a strike. The next pitch. Soft liner, one hop to Aller at second, throw to first in time for out number 1. Nice play, nice rocket arm from Ella Aller. One down for Lola Tate Dotson. 2-run double in the third inning, walked in the first. One out, nobody on here in the top of the fifth.
Lola Tate Dotson.
First pitch from Sheets. In there for a strike, 0-1. A 1-1 to Tate Dotson. The next offering from Ashlyn. Ground ball to third, one hop to Strayer, throw to first, and 2 down. That'll bring up Ella Holtz, a ground ball to the circle, and a pop out to second, 0 for 2.
Next up for Roosevelt, second baseman Ella Holtz.
Two out, nobody on here in the top of the fifth. First pitch from Sheets. In there for a strike, 0-1. Ottumwa 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Roosevelt 1 in the second, 3 in the third. Sheets came on to pitch in the fourth inning. Has retired the first 5 she's faced. And that ends as that pitch hits Holtz in the left shoulder, and she's wincing in pain as she heads down the first baseline. Ashland does not hit many batters, but that one got away from her. Now a runner at first and 2 down for Madeline Thomas, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Holtz is walking down the right field line, trying to shake off that hit by pitch to her left shoulder. And now she takes her place at first base.
Now batting the first baseman, Maddie Thomas.
So here is Thomas. Runner at first and 2 down. Sheets brings it home, and it's low for ball 1. Thomas digs back in, the 1-0 pitch. Pop foul back to the screen, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 from Sheets. Liner through the right side base hit that nearly hit Holt. She's around second on her way to third. Nope, she puts on the brakes and goes back to second. Took a full turn and then stopped. Suddenly a runner in scoring position, 2 on, 2 out, and here is Lee, who has homered and walked. First pitch to Lee. Just missed, ball 1. One and 0 to Lee. Well, this is not what Ottumwa wanted here. Lee batting with runners on. Fouled it back, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Tied at 4, top of the 5th. 2 on, 2 out for Roosevelt. And the 1-1. Slow roller first base side. Caldwell bobbles it, but has time to pick it up and step on the base to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning. A tense game 2 here at Houston Field. Ottumwa 4, Roosevelt 4. Bulldogs will have Strayer, Shuri, and Frankie due up against Jalea Lee, who allowed 4 runs in the first 2 innings, but has pitched out of some trouble in the last 2. Ottumwa has stranded 6 runners on base through 4 innings. Pardon me, 7 runners on base. 6 in scoring position.
The third baseman, Emma Strayer.
If this one were to slip away, those runners left in scoring position would be a tough pill to swallow for OHS. Tied at 4, bottom of the 5th. Strayer digs in, first pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Strayer's been hit by a pitch and is fouled out. Lee's 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lee walked 2 and hit 3 batters in the first 2 innings. No free passes since, and Ottumwa has not been as patient as they were early on. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the mitt, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fly ball to center. Back a couple steps, Vukovic makes the catch, 1 down. That brings up Katie Shuri. Bases loaded walk for an RBI in the first inning, reached on an error in the third. Was pinch run for after reaching. Reinserted into the game to play right field the next half inning. If she gets on base and is pinch run for again, her night will end. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. I mean, if I'm in the bottom part of this batting order here and we're on the number 7 hitter, I'm trying to see as many pitches as I can. See if Lee will get wild again. There's a fly ball to right. Coming in is Page. Still coming in, makes a basket catch for out number 2. And the batter, Avery Frankie, who was flied to right and grounded to short.
Now batting the left fielder, Avery Frankie.
Let's see if Ottumwa can get a 2-out rally going here. In the second inning, they had 1 run home, 2 out, nobody on, and then put together 3 straight hits to produce another run. First pitch to Avery. Popped up right side. In is the second baseman. Holtz makes the catch, and it's a very quick bottom of the 5th. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 6th, all tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning. Ottumwa and Roosevelt tied at 4, game 2 of our doubleheader. Roosevelt head coach Christina Smith was checking lineup cards at the home plate umpire. I'm not seeing anything different at the moment. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Roughriders, starting with Sloan Swanson, who's popped out and grounded out 0 for 2. Pitch up high from Ashlyn Sheets, 1-0. There is a different hitter in the on-deck circle. That is Ariana Morrow, the Game 1 catcher. Looks like she'll pinch hit for Grace Bell, the Game 2 catcher. 1-0 to Swanson. That pitch chopped to third, big hop to Strayer. Throw to first in time for out number 1. So here is Morrow pinch hitting for Bell. Morrow was 1 for 2 with a base hit in Game 1.
Roughriders, number 23, Ariana Morrow.
First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. So I guess the question is, will Morrow stay in and catch, or will Bell come back in and catch? We'll find out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I just realized something. The way the ball game went in that 3rd inning distracted me from the fact that we never answered the trivia question. That came from the 2nd inning. Let's get back to it here. The 1-1, that's hit in the air to center. Hauk back, but she's there, makes the catch, 2 down. And the inning up to Clara Page, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run. All right, if you remember way back to the 2nd inning, how many Ottumwa High softball players went on to play Division I college softball?
Now batting the right fielder, Clara Page.
10, 12, 14, or 16. We'll give you one more pitch to come up with your final answer. Two out, nobody on, top 6. First pitch to Page. In the dirt, ball 1. The correct answer, 12 Ottumwa softball players have gone on to play Division I softball, including our current head coach, Mandy Baum. Sheets 1-0 to Page. Ground ball in the hole, fielded by Ware. Long throw across, not in time, was low anyway. I think that goes in the book as an infield hit. And the inning continues for Tenley Thompson, who has 2 singles and 3 trips and a run scored. Runner at first and 2 down. And the pitch grounded to second. Allers got it. Throw to first, and just like that, the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Ottumwa 4, Roosevelt 4. Game 2 of our softball doubleheader. Grace Bell is reinserted into the game at catcher for the Roughriders after being pinch hit for in the top of the 6th inning. Jalea Lee has put up 3 straight scoreless innings since Ottumwa got to her for 4 runs in the first 2. Here's Maddie Hauk. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, stole a base, scored a run in the 2nd inning. See if Maddie can get us started again here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch from Lee. High and away, ball 1. And Lee hasn't issued a free pass since the 2nd inning, and Ottumwa has not been nearly as patient. They saw 51 pitches in the first 2 innings. Only saw 30 pitches over the next 3. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, chased 1 low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to Hauk. Tied at 4, bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-1. High, 2-1. Maddie hasn't seen a pitch in the zone yet. She did swing at one of them. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 from Jalea Lee. Fouled back 2-2. That one was in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ware and Rockhold to follow here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Anybody gets on Ella Aller. The way Ella's been hitting, you'd love to give her another chance with runners on base. 2-2. The pitch. Off speed upstairs, 3-2. Right now, walk's as good as a hit. If Ottumwa can scratch across a run, they'd only need the 3 outs in the top of the 7th to finish it off. Tied at 4, bottom of the 6th inning. The 3-2 from Lee. High, ball 4. A leadoff walk. That's just what Ottumwa needed, in my opinion. 3rd walk issued by Lee. And Mandy Baum calls time, and she's going to talk strategy here with Jocelyn Ware. Hauk can certainly steal a base. In fact, in this doubleheader, Maddie's stolen 4 bases. She has had an excellent night on senior night.
Now back for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, Jocelyn Ware.
So let's see what Ottumwa wants to do here. Hauk on with a leadoff walk. First pitch to Ware. Bounced in there all the way to the backstop. Maddie was running anyway. She should get a stolen base for that. She was running. Didn't wait for the ball to get away from the catcher. Stolen base, not wild pitch. Either way, though, go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out. 1-0 to Jocelyn. Bulldogs seniors trying to manufacture a game-winning rally here on senior night. Tied at 4, bottom 6. The pitch. Showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and it was up high, 2-0. Obviously, it would make good sense to get that runner to third with less than 2 out, but if Ware lays one down, she's also trying to get herself on base. 2-0. The pitch. Bunted, good bunt third base side, fielded by Thompson. Throw to first in time for the out. Covering is Holtz, the second baseman. Sacrifice 5-4. And the go-ahead run at third with 1 out, the batter Sydney Rockhold. Rockhold has a sacrifice, an RBI ground out, and a pop out. You would expect Roosevelt to bring the infield in all the way around, and really they have not done it. First pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. The corner infielders are in as always. The shortstop, Burriola, is a little bit behind the baseline. The second baseman Holtz even further back. The 0-1. Line foul off to the right over the first base dugout, 0-2. Said he needs to put the ball in play here. And now those middle infielders are being pulled in, the 0-2. Roller to third, fair ball, the throw comes home, the catch, the tag out at home is Maddie for out number 2. Boy, I almost wouldn't have had the runner go home there. Contact play was on though. Houck out 5-2 on the scorecard, and it's up to Ella Aller, who is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, a steal, and a run scored. Aller was inches away from putting Ottumwa ahead in the 4th inning. Her double hit the top of the wall and came back into play. First pitch here. Bounce in the dirt, got away, down to second goes Rockhold on a wild pitch. Boy, again, 1 out runner on third when there's a ground ball with the infield in, that's usually the contact play. That's what Ottumwa had on. But boy, if he'd still had that runner on third, that would have scored. And now Roosevelt will intentionally walk Aller. So runners at first and second for Sheets, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and has also been hit by a pitch and scored a run. See if Sheets can make him pay for walking Aller to get to her. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Sheets digs right back in, 1-0. The next offering. Popped it up in front of the circle. The catch made by Lee, and the inning is over. Boy, Ottumwa had a runner at third with 1 out. Could not score. No runs. No hits, 2 left. We go to the 7th, tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other. Because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning, Roosevelt 4, Ottumwa 4. Ashlyn Sheets has put up 3 scoreless innings since coming on in relief to start the 4th inning. She'll have to face 3, 4, and 5 in the Rough Rider order here. Vukovic, Tate Dodson, and Holtz. Going to the 5th inning at John Hart Stadium, Bulldog baseball now leading Roosevelt 6-0. So John Yeager's team is well on its way to sweeping the Rough Riders. And that would get Ottumwa back into first place in the baseball conference race. First pitch to Vukovic, well high, ball 1. Vukovic has 2 sacrifice bunts and is grounded to second. 0 for 1 in game 2. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. I guess low, 2-0. Hitters count for Vukovic. The 2-0 from Sheets. Hit in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 2-1. Sheets has allowed 2 hits and a hit batter in 3 innings since coming on in relief. Does not have a strikeout after putting up 6 strikeouts in game 1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a rise ball, 2-2. Sheets has recorded 7 ground ball outs since coming on. 2-2 to Vukovic. The pitch. Fouled back, will do it again. Still 2-2 to Avery Vukovic. Ashland has the sign, the 2-2. Just off the plate inside, 3-2. Don't want to lose her here, 3-2. Tie game top 7, do not want to walk the leadoff hitter. 3-2, popped up foul, that'll get back to the screen. And we stay at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Time called for Weeks to tie her shoe. The only inning where Roosevelt's had the leadoff hitter on was the 3rd inning when they scored 3 runs to tie the game. Vukovic trying to get on the lead off the top of the 7th. Somewhat 2 in the first, 2 in the second, have not scored since. Roosevelt a run in the second, 3 in the third. They have not scored since. 3-2 to Vukovic. The payoff. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and that's 1 down. First strikeout in game 2 for Ashland Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Lola Tate Dotson, the batter, 1 for 2 with a walk and a 2-run double. One out, nobody on. First pitch, chopped foul off to the right, 0-1. Home plate umpire inspects the ball, says it's good enough to keep. Weeks gives it back to Sheets. (0-1) to Lola Tate Dotson. D-O-T-S-O-N, the second part of that hyphenated name. The 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Roosevelt 4 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. The 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Bulldogs have left 9 on base, 7 of them in scoring position. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Ella Holtz, the second baseman, on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on an off-speed pitch, route number 2. Second strikeout for Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And the batter is Ella Holtz, who is 0 for 2, has been hit by a pitch.
Ella Holtz.
Since coming on in relief, Sheets has retired the first 2 batters in each of the 4 innings now that she's pitched. First pitch here. Right in there for a strike, 0-1. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Sam Weeks, Emma Strayer, Katie Shury due up. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Oh and 1, the pitch. Liner caught on a dive by Ella Aller, and the side is retired. What a play by Aller to rob Holtz of a base hit. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. A run will win it. We're tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Opula with Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? You don't really want to cook? Stop in and see us. We are known for the best pizza in Southeast Iowa. Enjoy a mouth-watering steak or an awesome tenderloin. We also have salads, pasta, chicken and fish, and of course, amazing Greek food. Call ahead for carryout. Our full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you for making us your favorite restaurant. We look forward to serving you at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse.
Opa! You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Ottumwa 4, Des Moines Roosevelt 4. A single run would end this game and give Ottumwa the doubleheader sweep. If we don't score, we're going to free softball. Sam Weeks, Emma Strayer, Katie Shury due up. Weeks is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk against Jalea Lee. And as you look at the batting order and you realize you're getting down to the bottom part of the order, well, you know what? I don't even have to think about it. I was going to say there is the specter of Jordan Pauls, who's still too hurt to start, but could pinch hit, and she is in the on-deck circle. Looks like she'll hit for Strayer. But first, Weeks will have her chance. First pitch from Lee. Up and in, ball 1. Weeks just missed a home run her last time up, flew out to deep left center. The 1-0 to Sam. In there for a strike, 1-1. Righty to lefty, the 1-1 to Sam. That one missed high, 2-1. Fans making noise, dugouts making noise. Tense atmosphere, loud atmosphere here at Houston Field. The 2-1. Pop foul left side, and it will be just out of the reach of the third baseman, Tenley Thompson, 2-2. Try to make an over-the-shoulder basket catch in foul territory. 2-2 to Sam Weeks. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The full count pitch. Popped it up left side, behind third, shallow left field. Over is the shortstop Burriola to make the catch, 1 down. All right. Pinch hitting for Emma Strayer is Jordan Pauls. Jordan had 8 home runs, 45 RBI a year ago. Certainly has the power to end this with 1 swing. Steps into that right-handed batter's box. This might be the only at-bat on her senior night. First pitch, way high, ball 1. One and 0 to Jordan. The pitch. Downstairs, 2-0. There's another pinch hitter on deck. Kaysen Thompson would bat for Shury after this. The 2-0. High fly ball to right. It's shallow. In is Page to make the catch, 2 down. And that'll bring Kaysen Thompson to the plate. So Thompson, Kaysen Thompson hitting for Katie Shrewery. Shrewery's night is done. If Ottumwa does not end the game here by scoring the bottom of the 7th, I imagine Ella Thompson would go back in to play right field. But it'll be Kaysen Thompson getting this at bat, 2 out, nobody on. Lead of the rubber. Her first pitch. Well high, ball 1. Avery Frankie is on deck. 1-0 to Kaysen, the freshman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-4 ball game, 2 out, nobody on, bottom 7. Roosevelt an out away from forcing extra innings. The 1-1, way high. Off the glove of the catcher, Bell to the backstop, 2-1. Ottumwa would certainly take a walk here if Lee can't find the zone, get that winning run on. 2 balls and a strike to Kaysen Thompson. The pitch. That's called a strike at the knees. I don't think Kaysen liked that call, 2-2. 2-2 to the freshman. Lee toes the rubber. The pitch. Way high, 3-2. Again, Frankie on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes. Lead of the rubber. The payoff pitch. High, ball 4. And Kaysen works a 2-out walk. Winning run at first. I would guess that Ella Thompson's going to pop out of the dugout and run for Kaysen Thompson here. Check that. Now we're going to see Lexi Ferguson be the pinch runner.
Number 4, Lexi Ferguson will run for Thompson.
So Ferguson at first. And it will not be Frankie. I didn't think so. They had her out there, but it'll be Aaron Ward. Ward has a home run on the year. Don't have to have a home run now. He got the winning run at first. Ward struck out as a pinch hitter in game 1. Looking for something she can drive here. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A 1-1 to the sophomore. The next offering. High and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. No sign of Ferguson running yet. Maybe if you get to 2 strikes, maybe she runs, trying to get that winning run into scoring position. Now the 1-1. That's a blooper out beyond short, but it'll be caught by Burriola. And the side is retired. We're going to extra innings. Bulldogs and Roughriders tied at 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 8th inning. Ottumwa 4, Roosevelt 4. Extra innings in game 2 of our doubleheader. Ella Thompson is now playing right field. Again, we had several different players cycle through that number 7 spot in the batting order. Katie Shrewy started the game, was pinch run for by Thompson in the third inning, then was pinch hit for by Kaysen Thompson, who drew a walk. Lexi Ferguson ran for Kaysen Thompson, but now Ella Thompson reinserted into that spot. I think everything else is as it was for Ottumwa. Sheets still in the circle, of course. I think they're still trying to sort out the changes here, but you know, Ella Thompson was put into the game once, and now she's been put in a second time, and she's in the same spot in the batting order, so. So Thompson will be in that 7th spot in the batting order and playing right field. Roosevelt's head coach is still arguing this, but this is pretty straightforward. All of the moves involving that right field spot have taken place in the same spot in the batting order, and a sub can be put into the game, taken out, and reinserted once, and that's what they're doing with Thompson. She's in the same spot in the batting order, and out to right field. I honestly don't know what the problem is. I know coaches try to get any edge they can, but that seemed a little silly. 6, 7, and 8 for Roosevelt, top of the 8th. Maddie Thomas, Jalea Lee, Sloan Swanson. I actually have a feeling that maybe that was the Roosevelt coach trying to delay the start of the top of the 8th inning and try to throw off Ashlyn Sheets' rhythm more than anything else. Madeline Thomas is 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI in this game. Sheets now starting her 5th inning of relief. This game was tied at 4 when she came in. It's still tied at 4. First pitch to Thomas, low and away, ball 1. Sheets has had to be on because her offense has not done anything for her since she came in. The 1-0. Liner up the middle base hit. First time that Sheets has given up a base runner with less than 2 outs since coming into this game. Leadoff hitter is on. Now here is Jalea Lee, and it's an interesting decision for Roosevelt here. Lee has a home run in this game. That was back in the 2nd inning. Tie game, top of the 8th, extra innings. Do you have her bunt here to move the go-ahead run into scoring position? Thomas over at first, by the way, does have 9 steals. Pitch fouled back 0-1. No sign of a bunt there. Huge cut by Lee. Lee is homered, been walked, and grounded out to first. Gone to the bottom of the 6th inning at John Hart Stadium. Ottumwa baseball leading Roosevelt 6-1, looking for a sweep over there. Here we're tied at 4 in softball, top of the 8th. Runner on first, nobody out for the Roughriders. Now a bunt shown. Bunted at and missed. Strike 2. That pitch was low and away, and Lee tried to bunt it anyway. Lee does not have a sacrifice on the season. 0-2. This would be a good time for Sheets to get her 3rd strikeout of this game. The 0-2 pitch, just off the plate outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Sheets brings it home. Bounced all the way to the backstop, down to second on a wild pitch. Goes Thomas. Boy, that is not what you wanted. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. 2-2 to Jalea Lee. Boy, when Sheets came on in the 4th inning and set Roosevelt down in order, I thought, okay, we're restoring order here. The 2-2 popped up right side. That'll help. Underneath it is Aller, makes the catch, 1 down. And Sheets has restored order. She shut down Roosevelt as she did in game 1, but her offense has done nothing for her. The Bulldogs just keep leaving runners on base. Sloan Swanson, the batter. She's popped out once and grounded out twice. Runner at second, 1 down. Top of the 8th inning, extra innings in game 2 here at Houston Field. The pitch. Fly ball foul off to the right. That'll land untouched beyond the first base dugout, 0-1. No balls and a strike. College baseball final to tell you about here after this 0-1 pitch, perhaps. It's on the way, bunt shown, bunted, back to the circle, up with it. And Sheets looked at third, and now runner going to second. Sheets throw to second, tag out, a second runner coming home, throw to the plate, tag, safe is the call. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. And Roosevelt leads 5-4. They just flat out stole a run. Oh, that play started to go wrong when Ashland looked at third, just get the out at first. And then Roosevelt blatantly trying to steal that run by sending Swanson to second. The first base coach sending her to second. Sheets through to second to get the out as Grace Bell takes a strike, 0-1. That's not a hit, it's a fielder's choice because Sheets turned the wrong way. I'm a little surprised. Usually when the ball goes back to the circle, the play is over. They let the play keep going. There's a liner to left base hit. And boy, Ottumwa certainly can't afford to let anything more cross the plate here. But when Caldwell threw the ball back to Sheets, Swanson was racing for second. So Swanson gets thrown out. It's 1-3 to 1-6. And then Ware throwing home to try to cut down Thomas. And boy, I thought the throw got there in time, but called safe. Now the pitch to Clara Page, a strike, snap throw down to first, not in time. 0-1 to Page. 5-4 Roosevelt, top of the 8th. That's the first run that Sheets has allowed all night after pitching a shutout in game 1. There's a liner to center base hit. Stopping at second is Bell. And Sheets, Ashland needs to gather herself here. She's just got to get one more out and give her team a chance. Bulldogs will have some good bats up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hauk, who's had a great night, and then Ware, Rockhold, and Aller. But you do not want to fall any farther behind. Tenley Thompson, the batter, 2 for 4. First pitch. Chopper to short, bobbled by Ware. Throw to third, they'll get the 4. It's a 4, so the inning's over. Strayer applied the tag. The runner at second, Bell, had to wait for the ball to go by. Ware didn't field it cleanly, but picked it up through to third, kept her head and made the play. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left on base. So go to the bottom of the 8th, meet a run to tie 2 to win, down 5-4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Ottumwa down 5-4, trailing for the first time all night. They won game 1 7-0. They had a 4-1 lead after 2 innings in this game, but Roosevelt tied it with 3 in the 3rd, and then nothing until the Roughriders stole a run in the top of the 8th. Maddie Houck will lead it off. Well, if she can get on, she can steal a base, get that tying run in scoring position, nobody out. You'd love to see it. Bulldogs had that in the 6th inning, had Houck to 3rd with 1 out, but then a ground ball to 3rd, and she was thrown out at home. Maddie is 0 for 1, but has been hit by a pitch and walk. Stole 2 bases, scored a run. She's stolen 5 bases in this doubleheader. Get her on, she's pretty much guaranteed to get to second. You got to be patient here. Jalea Lee has had control issues, but the Bulldogs have not been very patient at the plate since the 2nd inning. Lee toes the rubber. First pitch. Bunted, and it's foul as it hit Houck and bounced out in front of the plate, strike 1. Maddie trying to bunt her way on. She can do that as well. 0-1 to the Bulldogs center fielder. Houck digs back in. The 0-1. Bounced in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lee has hit 3 batters in this game. 2 of those were pitches that bounced and hit a batter in the leg. Thought for a moment that was going to happen again. One and 1 to Houck. The pitch. Liner caught by the second baseman, Holtz, for out number 1. Ottumwa is going to question the call whether that ball was caught. Houck's holding the ground at first. And Mandy Baum talking to the home plate umpire. I think she's going to at least get the umpires to discuss this. Holtz came up ready to throw. She wasn't sure if she'd caught it. I honestly couldn't tell from here. Boy, this would be a big call. I don't imagine it'll be overturned, and it is not. Worth a try, though. If that ball had gotten down, like if it had gotten completely out of the glove of Holtz, she hadn't controlled it, then I think Maddie would have been on. So here's where Jocelyn's 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. The pitch. Up high, ball 1. Bulldogs down 5-4, extra innings, bottom of the 8th. It's a final in Omaha College World Series. In 11 innings, LSU beat Wake Forest 2-0, a walk-off homer for the Tigers to advance to the CWS final. Ware pops it up, foul right side. Thomas the catch, 2 down. And it is up to Sydney Rockhold, who started this game as the pitcher, departed after giving up 4 runs in 3 innings, stayed on as a DP. She's 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out. Well, I would think you got to be patient here. Make Lee throw a strike, and if she's not in the zone, don't go chasing. A walk gets you that tying run on. The pitch. Well, there's a liner to right. That is down. The throw back to first, not in time. Base hit, Rockhold. Tying run at first. There are 2 out, but here's Aller. When you think back to Aller, her double in the 4th inning hit the top of the right center fence and bounced back into play. If Illa's ball had bounced over the fence and out, this game would have ended 5-4 Ottumwa. Going to get a pinch runner for Rockhold, and that will be Kendra Cole.
Number 10, Kendra Cole, will run for Jocelyn Ware.
So Cole at first. Aller at the plate. They walked her intentionally her last time up.
Second baseman, Ella Aller.
It's a bit of a conundrum here for Ottumwa. Cole could certainly steal second. If she steals second, they'll probably walk Aller again, although that would be walking the winning run. Ella represents the winning run at the plate. First pitch. Bounce there. That gets away to the backstop, and Cole's going to go to second for free. 1-0, and let's see if Roosevelt will put Ella on again. Again, though, she is the winning run. They were willing to take that risk in the 6th inning when they knew they would still get to bat in the 7th. Right now, not so much. 1-0. Tying run at second. A base hit could tie this game. The pitch. Lined into center field. It is caught on a slide by Vukovic, and Roosevelt wins 5-4. Boy, I thought Aller had tied the game, but all night I thought Ottumwa was about to take control, and they never could. 5-4, Roosevelt wins. They earn the split. And Ottumwa will have to regroup before their trip to Cedar Rapids tomorrow. We'll take 2 minutes, come back, and wrap it up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to Houston Field, where Ottumwa celebrated its seniors and then split with Des Moines Roosevelt. They won game 1 7-0, but in 8 innings they dropped game 2 to the Roughriders 5-4. For Roosevelt, 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base. Jalea Lee, the winning pitcher, now 6-5. For Ottumwa, 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. They left 11 on base, 7 in scoring position. Ashlyn Sheets, the tough luck loss, now 9-6. The ballgame took 2 hours and 2 minutes to complete. Roosevelt improves to 19-9. Ottumwa drops to 16-10. Bulldogs fall to 12-4 in the Iowa Alliance South. Roughriders are 10-6 in the conference. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics tomorrow afternoon. Bulldogs softball at Cedar Rapids Jefferson for the Brian Irby Classic. We will play Bettendorf at 2:15. And then Benton at 5:45. Again, no live video allowed by Cedar Rapids Jefferson at their tournament. So we'll have a live radio broadcast tomorrow on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. We will record the games on video. They'll be available for playback on Saturday on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube page. I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time. Meridian Credit Union, Bridge City Realty, Graphics Masters, Sonic Drive-In, William Penn University, Mercy One Ottumwa, Roto-Rooter, Family First Chiropractic, Citizens Mutual, Mike's Pizza, Community First Credit Union, and Marvin Borey with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach Mandy Baum for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Kyle Smith, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Softball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon when the Bulldogs play 2 games in the Brian Irby Classic at Cedar Rapids, Jefferson. Until then, good night, everybody.